Well, let's now speak to Rina Shah, who's a conservative political consultant and the founder of Relax Strategies. She's via Skype from Washington. Rina, always good to have you with us on Al Jazeera. So, the Democrats have beat back this challenge from Trump's legal team, but this vote isn't all bad news for Trump, is it? I mean, given the number of Republicans who backed his lawyers' arguments. First of all, what did you make of what we saw earlier today?
Well, as your viewers just heard, today was about the constitutionality of the trial itself. And I, for one, am so glad that 6 Republicans, of course, I wish there were more, 6 Republicans voted with Democrats to say the trial was constitutional and should proceed. And one of those was Senator Bill Cassidy of Louisiana, who just a couple weeks ago had said that he didn't believe it was constitutional, but changed his mind. And today he was one of those 6. Tonight, he told American media that Democrats did a much better job today. So what we saw really on exhibit was Trump's legal team admitting that he lost the election. That's so big. They made the argument that he should be charged with a crime by a U.S. court of law after he leaves office, but they should not be convicted by the Senate after he's left office.
Right. Tell us a bit more about Trump's legal team. Who's defending him, and what do we know about their strategy?
Well, the mental acrobatics exhibited by Trump's defense team were a sight to behold today. They were not just trying to distort facts and rewrite history. Simply put, the weak nature of his defense was astonishing. And that means a lot, given what we, the American public, witnessed from Trump, a one-term, twice-impeached president. Over these past 4 years, we heard a lot of hypocrisy and a lot of trying to rewrite history. But what the legal team did today really didn't serve the former president well. But one fun fact.
Right, go on.
Well, I do have a fun fact about his legal team. It does include a lawyer, actually, that sued him just last year for not having evidence for fraud. I don't believe former President Donald Trump may know this. This is a little known fact because he loves full loyalty. What would you think about the fact that his legal team currently has somebody like that on it? It just goes to show it's very amateur hour.
It's quite bizarre, isn't it? Now, there are also, Rina, very few Democrats who believe a trial will result in a conviction of Trump. So why is it that they're going ahead with this? We saw the impeachment managers open their arguments earlier with some pretty graphic videos from the Capitol attack. What is it that they're trying to achieve here ultimately?
Well, the videos were really heart-wrenching, and I'm so glad that they were played and they were put together so well, because the world now sees exactly what happened in that January 6th insurrection. When I look at Republican senators, I see they literally have no legs to stand on. They want to take the easy route out of Trump land. They want to say, this trial is unconstitutional and let's move on. But what they forget is that the history books are being written with cold, hard facts these days, not their version of, or the Trump administration's version of alternative facts. So I believe the case we'll hear being made over these next few days won't be very complex. In any other court of law, it would be a case that's referred to as an open and shut case, which is best told in 3 parts. Number 1, Donald Trump lit the fuse for that January 6th insurrection. Number 2, he praised the insurrectionists after he told them to go home. And thirdly, he deserves a conviction because in a regular court of law, he would be charged and convicted as an accessory to murder.
What is it that is at stake here ultimately, Rina? Who is on trial, really? Is it Donald Trump or the Republican Party?
It is the Republican Party because it's all in the hands of these U.S. senators that are calling themselves Republicans. Do they want to stand up for American democracy? Do they care about the immense value of this impeachment process itself? And that it's so necessary to uphold the rule of law and demand justice at the highest level of government so that our republic can survive, That's what these Republican senators are being asked to determine. And I really believe that history will not be kind to them immediately after they cast a vote for acquittal, because it is so very crucial that our leaders be held to account. We've seen 4 years of our republic's very values, our norms, our institutions being eroded, and rapidly. I'm not saying Donald Trump caused it, but I'm saying on January 6th, what led to the deaths of at least 1 police officer at the hands of the insurrectionists was on his hands, and he should be held to account. So let's do the right thing, Republican senators. Stand up for this American republic that you have pledged an oath to honor and do right by.
Rina Shah, thank you very much, Rina, for talking to us.
Thank you for having me.